Hi, so in this video, we will learn how we can break down a proper strategy so that you can understand things very clearly in a way that what are the important things that are required to prepare an online strategy from scratch. Because in our earlier video we have already seen some of the strategy points and all those things, but then here we will break down things as per the important aspects when it comes to build an online strategy. So let's move on to our next slide. Now, Mr. Heisenhower has already coined this thing that if we are going to a battle, then it is very, very important that we should plan things accordingly. Now, what is his quote? In preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. Here, what he tried to convey is planning is very important part in our life. We can, so for example, let's say if we are traveling somewhere and if we do not have our itinerary set, we might lose up ending our day without doing anything, right? Therefore, it's very important that we do plan our day accordingly so that we move ahead with a specific agenda. Now, to set up a marketing strategy, we need to make sure that we are talking about the goals, the things that are important. For example, the outcome that is important for us, right? Therefore, we need to make sure that we inculcate all these pointers, right? uh, First of all is like share the formula, right? Because sharing, if we share the formula with a client, then that client will get to understand some of the important things that as a marketer we are supposed to do certain important things. We can provide examples. Sometimes what happens that your client will not able to understand things, so we need to give certain examples. Recently I have visited our client and we were talking about SEO. That client could not understand the technical jargon. So what I said, sir, your website is a baby, it's an infant baby, and there are certain hiccups or there are certain issues with that baby. So we first need to cure that important issues that the baby is having, and then we have to nurture the baby accordingly. So this way I have given up proper examples to take care of a website, because if we are building a website from the scratch, it's very, very important that we convey the uh, customer or the client, and we should also tell them what are the functionalities of the website should be, right? Therefore, it's very important to provide them examples. Some of them might not know about the specific things. Now, we should have some tools to create your own plan. We should utilize some of the tools specifically, right? So when I say utilizing certain tools, it might include the tools that we might be fetching all the details in the back end for their website. If it is an existing website, right, we can do an audit of the website. Once we do the audit, we should clearly mention them that, hey, this is the problem with the tools. Now, importantly, we need to make sure where to start with. Any marketing strategy where we are mentioning all the stuffs related to any brand, we need to make sure that we start the strategy very carefully, and we need to make sure that we give our introduction as well, like who are you specifically, what all projects you have handled till now, how you made an impact on those projects, right? So therefore it's very important to introduce yourself whenever we are starting. So we have already mentioned here that first you need to mention that who you are. You can start with your experiences, you can start with the brands that you have served, right? And you can even mention who you compete with. Therefore, making the client aware about your portfolio so that the client would have some kind of trust in you. So, first, let's say if you are speaking to any client, the client will not be trusting on you. It might happen. Therefore, we can make aware by giving examples, right? For example, so when I spoke to the client whom I met recently, I have given example of what I did for another brand, right? So the keen examples, they'll notice that okay, I mean this person have given some kind of value to the other client whom which might be similar to our portfolio too, right? Therefore it's very important that uh, while discussing with a client, we make sure that we give a proper example of any previous client that you have handled, and what all hiccups you have you have got on the way while serving the that particular client. And then we can give certain examples that you did this, and with this particular thing you have overcome that problems. Therefore, if you talk about where to start with, this is the thing. You need to give your portfolio first. You have also share the clients you have worked with, what all revenues you have generated for them. You should mention all the details, and making sure that the person whom you are interacting with, they get to know more about you, and then they can finalize you and taking you on board so that you do that project. Now let's understand the bare essential things of digital marketing. When I talk about bare stands for, I mean the B of bare stands for build. Platforms that turns visitors into customers. We need to make sure that the platform is attracting the visitors, and then after attracting the visitors we need to make sure that visitors are converting into customers, right? So that is the important essential factor in a bear strategy, right? A stands for attract, right? We need to make sure the platform that we have we have created is driving qualified traffic, right? Therefore, making sure that if we are generating a qualified traffic, we can turn that traffic into a customer. Then R stands for retain. Again, it's very important that we not only give qualified traffic, we not only drive qualified traffic, we should maintain and retain those clients, making sure that we provide value from our website. Now we need to understand why a person or a visitor come again to that website to do some kind of actions. I would like to give you example of mine. So basically, I prefer to book my tickets from a specific website named GoIBibo. You might have heard about GoIBibo, because from the initial days, what I did, I mean, we were GoIBibo was running some kind of offers. Now, GoIBibo people runs offer time to time. Apart from that, they provide some coupons that are relevant for me whenever we are traveling or booking any hotels. So first, whenever we wanted to book any hotel, or if we want to book any flight or any tickets, right? I specifically tend to visit GoIBibo first. The reason is GoIBibo is a trusted platform for me, right? And then it has given me a lot of offers. Then they are the players whom I can trust, because uh, not only the offers, not only the value they are providing, I tend to visit a website again, because some or the other way that website or the customer support of that particular brand might have helped me in a way that uh, I will be my experience as a customer would be great enough. Therefore, I specifically tend to visit that website again. There are a lot of other websites too that I visit to take certain actions, right? But then we need to make sure that we build that kind of authority. We build that kind of customer experience. If the UI is not great, I as a customer will not visit that website again and again, right? My experience should be better. So we need to make sure that if whatever platform that we are making, if that is an application or if that is an website, that platform should be attractive, should be trustworthy, should provide you the required customer experience, so that you will come back again to that website and do certain tasks, right? Therefore, it's very important we follow this particular rule, right? Now, the E here again starts for the analysis part, which is evaluate, right? We need to make sure that we measure, analyze the results that the visitor is doing, right? They probably might have added something in their cart, and then they thought, let's not check out, I'll do it later on. Then probably we can analyze the thing that, hey, this person has put certain things in their cart, and then we should make sure that person converts. For while doing that, what we can do, we can offer some kind of you know coupons or something, so that we are prompting that person to take certain actions, right? So therefore, not only this complete thing, we should make sure that we evaluate, measure, and analyze, because if we do not measure and we do not analyze, we won't be able to gauge that particular customer, right? Therefore, this bare essential thing of digital marketing matters a lot.